Stevens, student ID 12008096. The video title is Learning Goals, and the name of the charity is Age UK. I had five personal learning goals. The first one was to develop and strengthen my management skills. Management is defined as the organization and coordination of the activities of a business in order to achieve defined objectives. According to Business Dictionary 2015, this was an area I needed to strengthen as I wanted to go into a management role after university. So, my manager gave me tasks I could manage. He also let me watch him to see how he managed the business, and he let me help manage some of the new recruits to fit into the business. I would give them tasks that needed to be done and structure them into showing them the way how things were done in that particular shop. Another learning goal was to develop my communication skills slash interpersonal skills with customers and employees. According to Small Business 2015, communication is vital, and failing to communicate effectively in a workplace leads to frustration and confusion amongst employees. I was scared because I often get fixed into the task I'm doing and become a bit antisocial away from the team I might be working with. This was a fear of mine because it makes me very anxious. But whilst working at Age UK, the employees were really chatty and friendly, so I was unable to be antisocial and fixed on what I'm doing because I was always being asked something or I always had to communicate with a customer. The employees made me feel part of the team. I felt like I was able to communicate with all the employees. It also made me feel confident within my interpersonal skills towards the customers. I felt like I was in an environment I was comfortable with and I was able to express myself and communicate to get more involved. My third learning goal was to develop technical skills of the till, taking payments and issuing refunds and more. I had to use an old till which I'd never used before due to the fact I'd only worked on modern tills in previous work. I was very nervous and hesitant about doing this because I was scared that I'd give like a customer the wrong change. But my manager gave me chances on the till and let me just get on with it. This allowed me to properly get used to the till's functions. At first, it was really difficult, but I wrote down my own abbreviations of like the key functions of the till. So I was all right after the first month, and other employees gave me tips to ease me through it. My fourth learning goal was to gain knowledge of the company I worked for, as I didn't know much about charities before this module. There were many things I was unsure about before, working at Age UK, such as what happens if a charity doesn't get many donations in that particular month, or how our charity is organised slash set up. And another thing that I wanted to know was why haven't I heard of Age UK, the charity I had been working for, and it's supposed to be the largest charity in the UK for elderly people. Um, so whilst working at Age UK, I learnt so much about the charities, such as charities are now run like businesses. At Age UK also, the donations that are donated to that store, if they're not sold within a few weeks, that get distributed to other stores and so on. That's how all of the stores operate. And I also found out um, that like that before like the module, I had never seen like an Age UK advert or poster before, but like now that I'm seeing like so much more of them, like I'm more aware because I've worked in that charity shop. My last learning goal was problem solving. Um, because it's something that I know I'll be doing like every day, dealing with customers and completing tasks. According to MindTool 2015, how a person deals with a problem or approaches it will improve slash develop a person's problem solving skills. So every day I worked for Age UK, I tried to approach everything at least once and not shy away from the big task that maybe I couldn't complete alone. I think the employees and volunteers I worked with influenced my learning goals a lot because of their friendly nature. It made me more confident and willing to focus on my learning goals. I influenced my learning goals because if I didn't like something, sorry, I would always try it once to see if I could do it, or I would set myself the challenge to figure out things I didn't know how to do in the company This developed my communication with others, asking for advice, and my problem solving in dealing with difficult tasks. If there were any learning goals that I wouldn't have been able to focus on after this module, I'm planning to work at Age UK and continue working there, so I'll be able to focus on it there. There is nothing that I would have done differently if I had to do it again, because the employees and the volunteers were very supportive and helped me get through each task. I mean, some days it was really hard to be self motivated because you're working for free, but everyone just got on with the job that they were set. This has been the biggest motivator for me because I know others are doing it free and putting their all into the job that they're doing. So, which it makes me wanna put my all into it. To produce a good service slash product. Um, I just think like to conclude, I just want to say like without the other employees, I think it would have took me too much time to get out of my shell and feel comfortable with the other members of the workforce to achieve my learning goals. So they're positively affected the achievement of my learning goals.